The challenge in the vast emptiness of space, an enormous alien warship loomed like a dark fortress. The ship was sleek and menacing, with strange symbols glowing faintly on its surface. Inside, the atmosphere was tense. Alien soldiers in their advanced armor moved with purpose, their eyes fixed on the central command room. At the heart of this room stood the alien commander, a towering figure with a fearsome reputation. Their eyes, glowing with an eerie light, scanned the monitors displaying various battle preparations. The commander was known throughout the galaxy for their ruthless efficiency and a string of victories over countless species. Today, however, they were focused on a new challenge: the humans. The alien commander had been watching Earth for some time, intrigued and disturbed by its rapid technological advancements. They had heard stories of human bravery, but they dismissed them as exaggerated. To test their theories, the commander decided to issue a direct challenge. A large holographic screen flickered to life, showing a menacing alien beast. It was a creature of nightmares, muscular with sharp claws and fangs, and eyes that burned with a predatory glare. The beast roared, its voice echoing through the room, sending shivers down the spines of the alien soldiers. The alien commander stepped forward, their voice booming with authority. "Humans," they began, "we have watched your progress with growing curiosity. You claim to be strong and resilient. Now you will prove it. We will unleash our ultimate weapon, the beast, and you will face it in combat." A hush fell over the command room. The soldiers exchanged nervous glances. They knew the reputation of the beast and understood the gravity of the challenge. Meanwhile, on the other side of the galaxy, Earth's leaders were discussing the alien challenge. In a high-tech command center, human military experts gathered around a large table, where a hologram of the alien warship and the beast was projected. They reviewed the footage, analyzing the creature's capabilities. General Sarah Collins, a seasoned and respected leader, stood at the head of the table. Her eyes, sharp and calculating, studied the hologram with a mix of concern and curiosity. She turned to her team, her voice steady. "We have received the challenge from the aliens. They are confident, and their beast looks formidable. But remember, we've faced tough opponents before. Let's not underestimate them, but let's also not panic." Among the team was Lieutenant Jack Reynolds, known for his quick wit and unshakable confidence. Jack had seen his share of battles and had a reputation for keeping a cool head under pressure. As he studied the hologram, a smirk played on his lips. "Well, they sure know how to make an entrance. But did you see that beast? Looks more like a glorified puppy to me." The room erupted in laughter. The contrast between Jack's casual demeanor and the seriousness of the situation was stark. But Jack's humor was not just a way to lighten the mood, it was a reflection of his unflappable spirit. He had faced many challenges, and this was just another one to overcome. Back on the alien warship, the alien commander watched the human response with growing irritation. The hologram of the human representative, Jack, appeared on their screen, and the commander's eyes narrowed as they listened to his dismissive remarks. "What a cute pup," Jack had said, his tone dripping with sarcasm. The alien commander's frustration was palpable. They had expected fear, perhaps even panic from the humans, but instead, they saw mockery. The commander slammed their fist on the control panel, causing the room to shake slightly. "How dare they! They will regret their insolence. Prepare the beast for battle. We will show them that their bravado means nothing." The alien soldiers scrambled to follow orders. The warship's crew worked quickly to ready the beast for combat. In the command room, tension was high as the alien forces prepared to face their opponent. On Earth, the mood was different. Despite the challenge, there was a sense of determination and readiness. The humans were gearing up for the fight, using every tool and strategy at their disposal. The military personnel, inspired by Jack's confidence, began their own preparations with renewed vigor. General Collins addressed her team with a determined look. "We've got a tough fight ahead, but we've faced challenges before and come out on top. This is no different. We'll show them what humans are made of." As preparations continued on both sides, the stage was set for a dramatic showdown. The alien commander and their troops were brimming with confidence, certain that their beast would crush the human challenge. Meanwhile, the humans, with their own brand of courage and humor, were ready to face whatever the aliens threw their way. The challenge had been issued, and the two sides were now on a collision course. The alien warship prepared to deploy its beast, while Earth's forces readied themselves for the fight of their lives. Little did they know, the battle would reveal more about each side than they ever expected. Preparing for battle. The day of the battle dawned with an eerie calmness on the alien warship. The massive craft floated silently in the cold vacuum of space, its sleek surface gleaming under distant stars. Inside, however, there was a buzz of activity. The alien soldiers and technicians moved with precise efficiency, preparing their ultimate weapon, the beast. In the heart of the warship's command center, the alien commander paced back and forth, their glowing eyes fixed on the screens showing the various stages of preparation. The commander's frustration from the previous day still simmered. They were determined to prove the superiority of their weapon and teach the humans a lesson they would never forget. "Are the preparations complete?" the alien commander demanded, their voice sharp and commanding. A tall, armored alien officer stepped forward, saluting. "Yes, Commander. The beast is fully prepared and awaiting deployment. It is equipped with its most powerful enhancements and ready for combat." The alien commander's eyes narrowed in satisfaction. "Good. We will show them the true meaning of power. Ensure that every detail is perfect. I want no mistakes." Outside the command center, the alien soldiers were busy checking equipment and making final adjustments. The beast, a formidable creature, was housed in a large, reinforced chamber. Its muscles rippled under its dark-scaled skin, and it roared occasionally, testing its confinement. The beast's eyes glowed with an intense predatory light, and its sharp claws clicked against the metal floor as it paced. On the other side of the galaxy, Earth's military was equally busy preparing for the upcoming battle. The command center on Earth was abuzz with activity as soldiers, engineers, and strategists worked tirelessly to get ready. The challenge from the aliens had been received with a mix of concern and determination. The humans were not about to back down from a fight. General Sarah Collins, a seasoned military leader with years of experience, was at the center of the preparations. She stood in front of a large holographic map of the alien warship and its beast. Her face was calm, but her eyes were sharp and focused. "All right, everyone, we know what we're up against," General Collins said, addressing her team. "The alien commander has sent us their best weapon. We need to be smart and prepared. This battle will test everything we've got." Lieutenant Jack Reynolds, the same one who had mocked the alien beast, was busy coordinating with the engineers. Jack's laid-back attitude from before had turned into a serious and focused demeanor. He reviewed the final checks on the human combat suits and weaponry. His role was crucial in ensuring that everything was in top condition for the battle. "We've got the latest tech at our disposal," Jack said, examining a newly designed energy shield. "Let's make sure it works as planned. We've seen what these aliens can do, and we need to be one step ahead." The human engineers and soldiers moved quickly, setting up their equipment and performing last-minute adjustments. They worked with a sense of urgency, knowing that the upcoming battle would be crucial for their survival and honor. In the midst of the preparations, General Collins held a brief meeting with her top advisors. "We need to approach this battle with both strategy and adaptability. The aliens think their beast will intimidate us, but we have our own strengths. Let's use our technology and our wits to turn the tide in our favor." As the meeting concluded, the human troops gathered for a final briefing. The atmosphere was a mix of tension and determination. Soldiers adjusted their gear and pilots reviewed their flight plans. There was a shared sense of purpose, driven by the need to prove themselves against the alien threat. Back on the alien warship, the final preparations were underway. The beast's chamber doors slowly opened and the creature stepped out, its every movement showcasing its power and agility. The alien soldiers cheered, their confidence growing with each passing moment. "Release the beast!" the alien commander ordered, their voice echoing through the command center. The massive doors of the warship opened, and the beast was deployed onto a specially prepared battlefield. The area was designed to enhance the creature's abilities, with obstacles and terrain that would allow it to display its full range of power. As the beast took its place, the alien forces cheered again, their spirits high. They believed in the superiority of their weapon and were eager to see it in action. The anticipation was palpable, and the alien commander's confidence was evident. On Earth, the humans were readying their forces. The final preparations were complete, and the time for the battle was approaching. The soldiers lined up, their faces set with determination. General Collins and her team took their positions, ready to lead their troops into the fight. The tension in the air was thick with anticipation. Both sides had prepared meticulously, each believing in their own strength and capabilities. The stage was set for a confrontation that would test the limits of both the alien beast and the human resolve. As the countdown to the battle began, the sense of readiness was almost tangible. The alien warship and the human command center were poised for action, each side bracing for the clash that would determine the outcome of this high-stakes duel. The first encounter. The time had finally come for the first encounter between the alien beast and the human forces. The vast expanse of space was silent, but the tension was electric. On the alien warship, the command center was a hive of activity. Alien soldiers lined the walls, their eyes fixed on the main screen, which displayed the battlefield where the clash would occur. The battlefield was a massive arena on a remote asteroid, specially designed to showcase the beast's terrifying abilities. It was filled with obstacles and rugged terrain, perfect for the beast to demonstrate its power. The sky was dark, and the stars twinkled far away, adding to the sense of drama and anticipation. As the countdown reached 0, the massive doors of the warship opened. The beast, a creature of nightmares, emerged with a powerful roar that echoed across the arena. Its claws clanked against the metal ground, and its eyes glowed with a fierce light. The beast was a sight to behold, muscular, menacing, and ready for battle. Alien soldiers cheered, their confidence soaring as they watched their ultimate weapons stride into the arena. On the other side of the galaxy, Earth's forces were equally prepared. In a command center filled with screens and bustling personnel, General Sarah Collins and her team watched the live feed of the battlefield. The human troops were assembled in a nearby command post, their faces set with determination. The atmosphere was tense but focused. "All right, everyone," General Collins said, her voice steady. "We're about to see the alien's beast in action. Stay sharp and follow the plan. We're counting on our strategies and technology to see us through." Lieutenant Jack Reynolds, known for his confident demeanor, took a deep breath as he prepared for the upcoming battle. His earlier humor was replaced by a serious, focused attitude. Jack had been assigned to coordinate the human forces and manage the tactical response. As the beast roared in the arena, the human combat teams moved into position. They had developed a strategy to deal with the beast's strengths and weaknesses, relying on their advanced technology and clever tactics. The human forces were equipped with energy shields, high-powered blasters, and advanced maneuvering suits designed to counter the beast's brute strength. The battle began with the sound of blasters firing and energy shields activating. The humans deployed their drones and automated turrets, creating a perimeter around the arena. Their goal was to keep the beast at a distance and use their technology to weaken it before engaging in close combat. The beast charged forward, its powerful limbs propelling it across the arena. It was fast and agile, dodging some of the initial attacks from the human forces. The beast roared again, sending shockwaves through the air. Alien soldiers cheered, watching their weapons' impressive display of power. Despite the initial chaos, the human troops remained calm and focused. Jack Reynolds coordinated the deployment of their most advanced technology, ensuring that everything was working as planned. The drones and turrets continued to fire at the beast, targeting its weak spots and trying to wear it down. General Collins watched the battle unfold with a mix of concern and hope. She knew that the initial phase of the battle was crucial. The beast was formidable, but the humans had a plan. They needed to stay focused and adapt to the situation as it evolved. As the battle progressed, the beast began to show signs of strain. The relentless attacks from the drones and turrets had started to take their toll. The creature's movements became more erratic, and its roars grew less confident. The alien soldiers' cheers began to waver as they realized that their beast was struggling. The humans pressed their advantage, using their technology to create a net of energy barriers around the beast. The barriers were designed to confine the creature and limit its movements. The beast roared in frustration, its attempts to break free becoming more desperate. Lieutenant Jack Reynolds noticed the beast's struggle and saw an opportunity. He gave the signal for the next phase of their plan, deploying specialized combat suits designed for close combat. The suits were equipped with energy blades and enhanced agility, allowing the human soldiers to engage the beast directly. As the combat suits entered the arena, the human soldiers moved with precision and skill. They worked in teams, using their agility and energy blades to strike at the beast's vulnerable spots. The beast fought back fiercely, but it was clear that it was outmatched by the coordinated efforts of the human forces. The arena was filled with the sounds of battle, the clash of energy blades, the roars of the beast, and the cheers of the human soldiers. Despite the chaos, there was a sense of order and strategy guiding the human forces. They had prepared well, and their tactics were paying off. In the command center, General Collins and her team watched with a mix of relief and excitement. The battle was far from over, but the initial signs were promising. The human forces had managed to gain the upper hand, and the beast was showing signs of fatigue. The alien soldiers in the command center were growing increasingly anxious. Their cheers had faded, replaced by worried glances at the monitors. The alien commander watched with a scowl, their confidence beginning to waver. The beast, their ultimate weapon, was being pushed to its limits by the humans. As the first encounter drew to a close, it was clear that the battle had not gone as the aliens had planned. The human forces had demonstrated their resilience and ingenuity, turning what was meant to be a one-sided contest into a challenging fight. The outcome of the battle was still uncertain, but the humans had proven that they were not to be underestimated. With the beast still in the arena and the battle continuing, both sides prepared for the next phase. The clash of strength and strategy had only just begun, and the ultimate outcome remained to be seen. Unexpected tactics. The battle between the alien beast and the human forces raged on in the desolate arena of the asteroid. The initial clash had shown the beast's raw power and the human forces' strategic acumen. But as the battle progressed, both sides were about to face unexpected tactics that would shift the course of the fight. The beast, despite its impressive display of strength, was beginning to show signs of fatigue. Its roars were less frequent and its movements were becoming sluggish. The human forces had successfully weakened the creature with their initial attacks and had now moved into the next phase of their strategy, close combat. Lieutenant Jack Reynolds, known for his quick thinking, observed the situation with keen eyes. He noticed that while the beast was powerful, it was also struggling to keep up with the coordinated attacks from the human combat suits. Jack decided it was time to introduce an unexpected tactic that might turn the tide even further. In the command center, Jack communicated his plan to General Sarah Collins and the rest of the team. "We've got the beast on the ropes, but let's push it even harder. I'm deploying a new set of drones. These ones are equipped with a special type of electromagnetic pulse. It should disrupt the beast's abilities and make it even more vulnerable." General Collins nodded, her face set with determination. "Deploy them. We need to keep the pressure on and exploit every advantage we can." As the new drones were launched into the arena, they moved swiftly and silently. Their design was different from the previous drones. They were smaller, more agile, and equipped with EMP technology. The drones began to circle the beast, their sensors picking up on its energy readings. The EMP drones unleashed their pulses, sending waves of electromagnetic interference toward the beast. The creature roared in surprise and pain as the pulses affected its abilities. Its once powerful attacks became erratic, and its movements grew even more unsteady. The alien soldiers watching from the warship were stunned, their cheers replaced by worried murmurs. The alien commander watched the scene unfold with increasing frustration. They had not anticipated such a bold and innovative tactic from the humans. The beast, their ultimate weapon, was being crippled by the unexpected interference. The commander's mind raced as they tried to come up with a countermeasure. Meanwhile, the human forces pressed their advantage. With the beast's abilities compromised, the human combat suits closed in for a more direct engagement. The soldiers moved with precision, their energy blades flashing as they struck at the weakened creature. The arena echoed with the clash of combat as the humans fought with renewed vigor. Despite the chaos, there was a method to the humans' tactics. They had anticipated that the beast might have unforeseen strengths, so they had prepared countermeasures to neutralize its advantages. The EMP drones were just one part of a broader strategy designed to adapt to and overcome the beast's power. The alien soldiers on the warship scrambled to respond. The alien commander barked orders, trying to regain control of the situation. "Deploy additional support units. We need to assist the beast and counter the humans' tactics." Alien reinforcements were dispatched to the arena, arriving in specialized vehicles and using energy shields to protect themselves. They aimed to provide support to the beast and drive back the human forces. But the humans were ready for this response. Their own reinforcements were already in position, prepared to face any additional threats. The battle intensified as both sides deployed their support units. The arena became a chaotic battlefield, filled with the sounds of clashing weapons, roaring creatures, and the hum of advanced technology. The humans and aliens fought fiercely, each side determined to achieve victory. General Collins and her team continued to monitor the battle, adjusting their strategies as needed. They had expected the aliens to respond with reinforcements, and they had prepared their own units to counter the additional threat. The human forces adapted quickly, using their superior coordination to maintain their advantage. Lieutenant Jack Reynolds was in the thick of the action, directing his team and coordinating the use of their advanced technology. He spotted an opportunity as the beast became increasingly disoriented. Jack ordered a final push, instructing the combat suits to focus their attacks on the creature's most vulnerable points. The human soldiers surged forward, their energy blades flashing as they struck with precision. The beast, now clearly struggling, fought back with diminishing strength. Its roars grew weaker and its movements became slower. The tide of the battle had clearly turned in favor of the humans. The alien commander watched with growing anger and disbelief. Their plans had been disrupted and their ultimate weapon was on the brink of defeat. The situation was slipping out of their control, and the commander's frustration was evident. As the battle approached its climax, the humans pressed their advantage with determination. The beast, overwhelmed and outmatched, could no longer withstand the combined efforts of the human forces. With a final, desperate roar, the creature collapsed, defeated. The arena fell silent as the dust settled. The human forces stood victorious, having overcome the formidable challenge posed by the beast. The alien soldiers, now disheartened and defeated, retreated from the battlefield. The alien commander's face was a mask of frustration and disbelief. On Earth, the command center erupted in cheers and applause. The human forces had achieved a significant victory, proving their resilience and resourcefulness. General Collins and her team celebrated their success, knowing that their unexpected tactics had played a crucial role in the outcome. The battle had shown that the humans were not only capable of facing formidable opponents, but also skilled at adapting and overcoming challenges. The unexpected tactics had turned the tide in their favor, and the victory was a testament to their strength and ingenuity. As the dust settled on the battlefield, both sides prepared for the next phase of the conflict. The humans had proven their mettle, and the alien forces would need to regroup and reassess their strategies. The clash between the two sides was far from over, and the stage was set for further confrontations in the ongoing struggle for supremacy. The turning point. The dust from the recent battle still hung in the air as the human forces stood victorious over the alien beast. The arena. In the command center of the human base, General Sarah Collins and her team were busy assessing the aftermath. The victory had been significant, but the battle was far from over. The defeat of the beast was only a single step in a much larger conflict. General Collins knew that the next move would be crucial in determining the ultimate outcome of the struggle. Lieutenant Jack Reynolds, who had played a key role in the battle, was debriefing with his team. His face was marked with exhaustion, but his eyes were sharp and focused. "We've managed to take down the beast, but we need to stay alert. The aliens will not take this defeat lightly. We must prepare for their next move." As Jack spoke, a series of alerts flashed on the screens in the command center. The data showed that the alien warship was beginning to mobilize, indicating that the aliens were preparing for another assault. The human forces quickly sprang into action, readying themselves for the next phase of the conflict. On the alien warship, The alien commander was a figure of frustration and determination. The defeat of the beast had been a significant blow, but the commander was not one to be easily discouraged. The alien forces were regrouping and re-strategizing, eager to find a way to turn the tide back in their favor. In a darkened room aboard the warship, the alien commander convened an emergency meeting with their top advisors. The humans have proven themselves to be more resilient than anticipated. We need to adjust our strategy, prepare the new weapons, and deploy additional troops. We will strike again with renewed force. The alien advisors nodded, their expressions serious. They understood the gravity of the situation and were determined to execute the commander's orders with precision. The alien forces began to mobilize, preparing for what would be a decisive counterattack. Meanwhile, the human forces were also making preparations. General Collins and her team knew that the next encounter with the aliens could be a turning point in the conflict. They reviewed their strategies and updated their plans to account for the new information about the alien forces. "We need to be prepared for anything," General Collins said to her team. "The aliens will come at us with everything they've got. We have to be ready to adapt and respond quickly." Lieutenant Reynolds, still coordinating the troops, had an idea. "We should use the terrain to our advantage. If the aliens are deploying new weapons, we can set up defensive positions that will force them into choke points. It'll make it easier for us to control the battlefield." The team agreed, and plans were quickly put into place. The humans set up fortified positions around key areas, using the natural features of the terrain to create defensive lines and traps. They also deployed additional drones and automated defenses to cover their flanks. The stage was set for the next confrontation. Both sides were preparing for what was shaping up to be a decisive encounter. The alien forces, now equipped with new weapons and additional troops, were ready to launch their counterattack. The human forces, fortified and prepared, were determined to hold their ground and push back the alien advance. As night fell on the battlefield, the alien forces emerged from their warship. The new weapons they had developed glowed with a menacing light, and the additional troops were organized into tight formations. The air was charged with anticipation as the alien forces advanced toward the human positions. General Collins and her team watched the approaching enemy with a mix of resolve and anxiety. The moment of truth had arrived. The human forces took their positions, ready to defend against the alien onslaught. The defensive lines were manned, and the automated defenses were primed for action. The clash began with a series of explosions as the alien weapons fired upon the human positions. The ground shook, and the air was filled with the sounds of battle. The humans responded with a barrage of counterattacks, their energy shields flashing and blasters firing in rapid succession. Despite the intensity of the assault, the human defenses held firm. The fortified positions and defensive lines proved effective, forcing the aliens into the choke points that had been anticipated. The human forces used their advanced technology and strategic positioning to their advantage, repelling the alien attacks and inflicting significant damage on the advancing troops. The battle raged on through the night, with both sides locked in a fierce struggle. The alien forces, despite their new weapons and additional troops, found it challenging to break through the human defenses. The humans, showing remarkable resilience and adaptability, managed to hold their ground and push back the alien advance. As the first light of dawn began to break, the tide of the battle was becoming clearer. The alien forces, having faced strong resistance and significant losses, were beginning to falter. The human defenses had proven to be more resilient than the aliens had anticipated, and the human forces were now taking the initiative. General Collins, observing the battle from the command center, felt a surge of hope. The turning point had arrived. The human forces had managed to withstand the alien counterattack and were now poised to take control of the battlefield. With renewed determination, the humans pressed their advantage. They launched a series of coordinated counterattacks, targeting the remaining alien positions and pushing the enemy back. The alien forces, now on the defensive, struggled to regroup and respond. As the battle reached its climax, it was evident that the human forces had achieved a significant victory. The alien advance had been halted, and the human defenses had proven to be effective against the alien assault. The turning point in the conflict had been reached, and the humans had emerged victorious once again. The alien forces, defeated and disheartened, began to retreat. The once menacing alien warship withdrew from the battlefield, leaving the humans in control. The command center erupted in cheers and celebration as the human forces celebrated their hard-earned victory. The turning point had been marked by the resilience and adaptability of the human forces. Despite facing formidable challenges, they had managed to overcome the alien counterattack and secure a crucial victory. The battle had proven that the humans were not only capable of defending their position, but also of seizing the initiative and turning the tide of the conflict. Final showdown. The battlefield lay quiet, the aftermath of the recent clash still echoing through the dust-filled air. The alien forces, despite their formidable assault, had been pushed back by the tenacity and strategy of the human defenders. The humans had seized the moment, proving their strength and resolve. Now, as dawn's light cast long shadows over the desolate arena, the stage was set for the final showdown. General Sarah Collins stood in the command center, her gaze fixed on the strategic map displayed on the main screen. The alien warship had retreated to a safe distance, but the humans knew that it would not be long before the aliens regrouped and prepared for another attack. This final confrontation would be decisive, and both sides understood the stakes. Lieutenant Jack Reynolds was busy coordinating with his team. His face was serious, but there was a determined edge in his eyes. "We've held them off once, but we need to be ready for whatever they throw at us next. This is it. We have to finish this now." The human forces were on high alert, their defenses reinforced and their morale bolstered by their recent victory. Soldiers moved swiftly, double-checking their equipment and ensuring that every defensive position was fortified. The drones and automated systems were activated, their sensors scanning for any signs of alien activity. On the alien warship, the alien commander was preparing for a final desperate push. The defeat had been a blow to their pride, but the commander was determined to reclaim their position and secure a victory. The warship's command deck was a hive of activity as the aliens readied their forces for the last confrontation. The commander's voice was harsh as they issued orders. "Prepare the final assault. We will show the humans that they are not as invincible as they believe. Deploy all available units and initiate the attack." The alien forces, now fully mobilized, readied their most powerful weapons and equipment. The warship's engines roared to life, and the alien troops assembled for the assault. The tension was palpable as the final confrontation loomed on the horizon. As the alien warship approached, the human forces braced themselves for the impending attack. General Collins, with her team, analyzed the approaching enemy and strategized their response. "This is the moment we've been preparing for. We know they'll come at us with everything they've got. We need to be ready to counter their every move." The alien warship loomed overhead, its massive frame casting a dark shadow over the battlefield. The alien forces descended in a coordinated assault, their weapons glowing with deadly energy. The human defenders took their positions, their shields and weapons primed for the fight. The battle began with a series of explosive clashes. The alien forces unleashed a barrage of energy blasts and missiles, targeting the human defenses with relentless precision. The human soldiers responded with a counteroffensive, their energy shields flaring as they absorbed the incoming fire. Despite the intensity of the assault, the human defenses held firm. The fortified positions and defensive lines proved effective, and the humans used their superior tactics and technology to repel the alien attacks. The drones and automated systems played a crucial role, providing additional support and countering the alien firepower. Lieutenant Reynolds, leading a squad of soldiers, spotted an opportunity. "We need to take out their command center. If we can disrupt their coordination, we might be able to turn the tide." The squad moved swiftly, navigating through the battlefield and avoiding the heavy fire. They approached the alien command center, a heavily fortified structure on the warship. With precision, they deployed explosives and launched a coordinated assault on the alien command post. The explosion rocked the command center, sending a shockwave through the warship. The alien forces, disoriented and panicked, struggled to maintain their coordination. The human soldiers pressed their advantage, pushing forward and taking control of key positions on the battlefield. The alien commander, watching from the warship, was enraged. The disruption to their command structure had caused chaos among the alien forces. The commander issued a series of desperate orders, attempting to regain control of the situation. "Reinforce the command center. We cannot let them break our line." Despite the commander's efforts, the damage had been done. The human forces continued their push, exploiting the confusion among the aliens. The battle became increasingly chaotic as the humans pressed their advantage, targeting the alien forces with relentless determination. The final showdown reached its climax as the human forces, bolstered by their recent successes, launched a decisive offensive. The alien warship, now heavily damaged and struggling to defend itself, was on the brink of collapse. The humans, showing remarkable resilience and adaptability, managed to overpower the remaining alien forces. As the last of the alien troops were defeated, the human forces stood victorious on the battlefield. The alien warship, now a smoldering wreck, drifted away from the arena. The humans had achieved a significant victory, having overcome the final, desperate assault from their alien adversaries. General Collins and her team watched the scene with a mix of relief and triumph. The final showdown had been intense, but the humans had proven their strength and determination. The battle was over, and the victory was theirs. The command center erupted in cheers as the human forces celebrated their hard-earned success. The final showdown had marked the end of a fierce and challenging conflict. The humans had shown their resilience and ingenuity, overcoming formidable odds to secure a decisive victory. As the dust settled and the battlefield fell silent, the humans prepared to assess the aftermath and plan for the future. The conflict had been grueling, but the victory was a testament to their strength and unity. The final showdown had proven that the humans were not only capable of defending their position, but also of seizing victory against even the most formidable opponents. Aftermath. The dust from the final battle had begun to settle over the once chaotic battlefield. The alien warship, now a smoldering wreck, floated in the distance, its once powerful weapons silent. The human forces stood amid the ruins, their faces marked with exhaustion and triumph. The conflict that had tested their resolve was now over, and the victory was theirs. General Sarah Collins stood at the edge of the battlefield, surveying the scene. The area was littered with debris from the intense fight, but the sight of her soldiers gathering and tending to their wounded brought a sense of relief. The battle had been fierce, but their courage and determination had seen them through. Lieutenant Jack Reynolds was busy helping with the recovery efforts. His hands moved swiftly as he coordinated medical teams and ensured that the wounded were being treated. The battle had taken a toll on everyone, and the immediate priority was to care for the injured and ensure their well-being. "We did it," Jack said, glancing at the general. "But we have to make sure everyone gets the help they need. The aftermath of a battle is just as important as the fight itself." General Collins nodded in agreement. "Absolutely. We need to ensure that our forces are safe and that we can start the process of rebuilding and recovery." The medical teams worked tirelessly, treating the wounded and providing comfort to those in need. The human soldiers who had fought bravely now had the opportunity to rest and recover. The command center, which had been the hub of activity during the battle, now served as a place of solace and support for those affected by the conflict. As the days passed, the once bustling command center became a place of reflection and planning. General Collins and her team met to discuss the next steps and evaluate the long-term impact of the battle. They knew that while the immediate threat had been neutralized, there were still many challenges ahead. "We need to assess the full extent of the damage," General Collins said during the meeting. "We must also plan for the future, ensuring that we are prepared for any potential threats that may arise." Lieutenant Reynolds, who had been involved in the battle from start to finish, added, "We should also take this time to understand the lessons we've learned. Every battle teaches us something new, and it's important that we apply those lessons to strengthen our position." The human forces began to repair and rebuild, focusing on restoring their base and infrastructure. The damaged areas were assessed, and teams were dispatched to begin repairs. The process was meticulous and time-consuming, but the determination of the human forces was unwavering. In the aftermath of the battle, the surviving alien forces retreated to their own territories. The once menacing warship was now a symbol of their defeat. The aliens would need time to regroup and reassess their strategies, and the humans had gained a significant advantage. As the reconstruction efforts continued, General Collins took the opportunity to address her troops. She gathered everyone in a central location and spoke with heartfelt sincerity. "You have all shown extraordinary bravery and strength. This victory is a testament to your courage and dedication. We have faced a great challenge and emerged victorious. But there is still work to be done. Let us honor the sacrifices made and move forward with renewed resolve." The soldiers responded with cheers and applause, their spirits lifted by the general's words. The aftermath of the battle was a time of healing and rebuilding, but it was also a time of unity and strength. The human forces had faced adversity and come out on top, and they were determined to continue their mission with the same determination and resilience. The local communities, grateful for the protection and bravery of the human forces, began to show their support. Aid and resources were provided to help with the recovery efforts, and the sense of solidarity was palpable. The humans had not only secured a victory, but had also earned the respect and admiration of those they had fought to protect. As the base was restored and the recovery efforts progressed, General Collins and her team continued to plan for the future. The victory in the battle had been a significant milestone, but the ongoing efforts to maintain peace and security were just as important. The experience had brought the human forces closer together, forging bonds of camaraderie and trust. The aftermath of the battle had shown that their strength lay not only in their ability to fight, but also in their ability to support each other and work towards a common goal. In the quiet moments of reflection, the soldiers looked back on the battle with a sense of pride and accomplishment. They had faced a formidable enemy and had emerged victorious. The lessons learned from the conflict would shape their future actions and strategies. As the final repairs were completed and the base returned to normal, the human forces prepared for whatever challenges lay ahead. The victory had been hard-earned, and the future remained uncertain, but the resolve and spirit of the human forces were stronger than ever. The battle was over, but the journey continued. The humans had proven their strength and resilience, and they were ready to face whatever came next with the same determination and unity that had seen them through the final showdown.